Well, hello, good morning, good evening, and every other time in between. How you doing, Liz? Let's continue our nice little slow play. I'm here. That's about how that always goes. So for anybody who's just joining, this is a slow play, so we're rarely going to be going off of speed 1. We're really going to be getting into character interactions, just things that they'd be doing, going a lot more off of their personality types. So we are a brave, ambitious zealot, and an exalted warlord. We're also a Viking, a Reaver, and a Berserker. AKA a very pleasant person. We are the nicest of guys. We have our 3 concubines, but we haven't found ourselves a proper wife yet. And we just became a Jarl. Originally we came from Oslo, but now we are the Jarl of Vikin. The first thing that we're going to do going into this is get ourselves a feast. We just ascended to a new rank. So right here in Oslo. And we want somebody we're trying to become friends with. Our marshal would be somebody that we would want to try to. Our steward. But I really want to try to become friends with our spy master. Just gotta find him. It's our old spy man. There he is. We always want the guy who's trying to keep us from being assassinated to like us more. So he doesn't assassinate us himself. And since we're a lot more powerful, we're going to have a better, a better feast. And as usual, we continue to forget to talk and how that works. So him being the honored guest and the target of our befriend scheme for the feast ought to really improve everything. So we'll have a lovely time ahead of us. Let's see what Charlemagne's doing since he hasn't died. Well, it looks like Charlemagne has started to attack the Saxons. And somebody showed up riding a horse on my lovely. Oh, looks like he was, our marshal was starting to choke to death, and we have a chance to save him and get a weak hook on him. I like that. We have, air quotes, saved him. Let's see how well that improved our relations. Plus 54, that's definitely a lot better. Oh, and we've learned somebody's lover's secret. A woman almost twice his age, look at that. And we're getting a closer friendship with our marshal. Oh, we did become friends with our marshal. That is nice. So we've made our first friend. Now we can get ourselves thoughtful, which will help us whenever we are bribing people to like us more. And we could toast our spy master, which will give him highly esteemed. Which I forget what that does. Just gives him a lot more prestige, since he was the guest of honor. And gets a lot more opinion of us. So now he's up to an 85. Very nice. And our manpower is recovering nicely. And we had a nice feast. We didn't succeed at making him our friend, but it works still. We'll build ourselves another war camp. Maybe. I'd say another market. These two will act as supply bases for us. Everywhere's got little trade ports. We're 22, we can wait a couple years before trying to get married. I'm thinking if we grab a hold of Upland next, it'll sort of open us up to grabbing the holy site. Which we are a zealot, so we're definitely going to want that. But next we need a hunt. Let's try to go into the hills of the area and pick up somebody who would be a decent caravan master as we'll go into the mountains. A mountain expert and some forest guides are really what we're going to need, with Norway being the way that it is. And we're going to go on Befriend again and target our... I think our steward this time. Our first hunt, we got a stag. Let's see if we can get something else. Just traveling to our destination. Now we get to have a master of a hunt, Omar, our chancellor. Not chancellor, but words, how do they work? Our marshal. Seek a stag or a wolf. We'll go for another stag. try and press him. Our steward was not impressed. That's not good. Our success chance is still at 80 for the actual hunt. And we always want to pander to our physician. He keeps us alive, after all. We have a chance of having something happen if we just ride after it crazy. But if we're more steady, less of a chance of something bad happening. Or we could try to take a different attempt and ambush it. I say we're going to chase it. We are brave, increases our success chance. And we'll just shoot it. Bring it down. That's how we get the stag. Oh, we got some nice, those are actually some nice antlers. We'll keep that for our court eventually. Let's see what Sigurd the Ring's doing. Looks like he's trying to capture his enemies. And he has an island with Visby. Looks like Charlemagne. What was that? Looks like Charlemagne is winning his war against the Saxons. And the Kingdom of the Lombards has absorbed Benevento. We had a couple people leave our court. That's not fun. So we will go ahead and capture the territory above us and start the conquest of Upland. Also, controlling the central mountain passes would be very nice for us. Looks like we're going to get ourselves a battle in Crusader Wars. We outnumber them nicely, but we'll see how this goes. We shall make Alfenir proud today. I need to put like a transition slide as we switch between games when we do Crusader Wars. And we have our veterans, which are these swords. Original Crusader Wars, and how you would get it if you downloaded the mod, it would have more of these Warlords champions, which I just thought it was a little overpowered because these are really high tier elite units.
We hunger for blood and battle.
These aren't bad. They're just like a tier down. Our sword hired men.
Missile armed warriors.
Alrighty, now we wanna
Battle ready and eager. Battle ready and eager.
an interesting map, to say the least. I always liked how Attila did the hills. And we'll primarily keep our swords and the Huskarls in reserve.
We'll kill them all. Stay as you are. We outnumber the enemy.
And we'll bring ourselves somewhere right about here. Ought to do.
Enemy has been sighted.
Looks like it might rain on us. If it rains in the battle, it means our fire projectiles won't do as well. Now they only have their militia and their own knights.
Ready for battle? On my command, kill them all!
The Nordic broadsword. That's a big piece of metal. From my own experience with messing with swords, a Nordic blade is a lot more like a club. A very sharp club.
Men, swords drawn, and make ready!
Can't really get close enough to it, but if you look real carefully, you can actually see the runes, which are fairly common on swords in Scandinavia.
Spears ready! Get your shield
Head
up!
into a shield wall.
Put up the shield wall!
Not sure what the AI is doing, but it looks like they're starting to commit to an attack. Maybe.
Not even happy that the last of me killed! Why not give up now? And spare yourself! We'll kill them all! Ready to fire!
Right into the axes.
Ready for battle! Spearmen ready for battle! You have our spears!
We'll just have them go through our levy forces. There we go.
Their general is dead! A lethal blow!
Just gotta mop up their remnants now.
Godspeed good! We are moments
And there we go, some souls to send down the Bifrost. The songs of the Valkyries will guide those to the corpse hall that are deemed worthy for Valhalla. So if you're still there, Liz, how are you feeling? I know you've been having a rough time. Another victory to carve into the mead halls. So I think it's safe to assume that we're going to see Francia eat all of Saxony. And it looks like the Abbasids have come out on top for their little civil war, keeping these sections of the actually a new culture has come in, but the Berbers over here. And Morocco is coming along nicely. Hopefully our original Chancellor will come back soon. I'm hoping he doesn't die from his wounds. Far from home. Embrace Odin, and this will be your home. She's really far from home. She's from all the way over here. The Burmese. She's pretty intelligent. She's older than us, but with her intelligent trait, it'd be quite nice to supplement our own. And that's what we'll have her. Imagine escaping your homeland for whatever reason, just to be picked up by some Viking warlord and turned into his wife. And we'll actually try to learn her language. We already beat them down once before in Crusader Wars. No need to do that for just 62 of them. Especially since we beat them down in just a quick couple of successions. And there we go. Now we need to grant this land to somebody. And our concubines are arguing amongst one another. I'm thinking our steward. That 21 in stewardship will be pretty good. He will basically improve the area. And he'll like us more. And he has become the founder of Clan McKill. And he has a nice little bear symbol. I like that. Let's see who else we have. We will also give her a gift. Take us about 3 years to learn her language. Won't be long the way they're going. Let's see the development. It's growing nicely. Looks like the little patches of Catholicism have disappeared. Upland has expanded. Looks like we might finally get ourselves a proper rival soon. Let's see, a court tutor, somebody who is good. Looks like one of our concubines would be a good court tutor. That should help our learn scheme a little quicker. We'll increase our veterans, get them a little bigger and stronger. Looks like the Eastern Roman Empire is losing its holy war. Georgia. Looking like we're starting to see the dissolvement of the Yergis as a major political power. And now I think it's time that we go a Viking. Oh good, our wife is pregnant. So we'll finally have our first heir. So we shall go and raid. And to mark the occasion, we will start at Linden's farm. Burn and pillage. So when it comes to Vikings, something that's nice to kind of consider is there is a difference between the different Nordic Vikings. So when it comes to Denmark, Sweden, and Norway in the Viking era, it's kind of easier to view them as brothers, as they all do come from the same mother culture. Oh, and one of our concubines is also pregnant. Nice. So Sweden, you could say, would be the elder brother, as they're the first to really rise in power and to do things. Even before the Viking era, they were always the more powerful. The middle brother would be Denmark, as early on they will go on to become quite powerful. A lot of the giant invasions actually come from Denmark and were carried out by Danes. And then you have Norway, the little brother that always causes trouble. And here we begin our raids. And we'll hit Upper Northumbria first. So when it comes to Sweden, the reason why we can say that like they're the older brother and otherwise is all the way clear back to even Caesar's invasions of Gaul. Tribes were coming out of the area that we would refer to as Lower Scandinavia, modern-day Sweden, basically this area. And were moving down along from Denmark into modern-day Germany, the Baltic countries, etc. Most likely some very harsh conditions, that or there were some major wars going on in Sweden. It's hard to tell. But a lot of the tribes ended up moving down. One of the first major barbarian wars was basically just a domino of Germanic tribes came down after being pushed out from the new invaders, which later on became Germanic tribes in and of themselves. They basically incorporated the culture of the area that they settled. They came down and started the Cumbrian War, which was like the first real big barbarian wars for Rome, accumulated in the Marian reforms, which basically started the death of the Republic. This would continue on completely through the migration period. The Roman Empire would hit its height and then start being invaded by Germanic tribes, as they would all start getting a domino effect as the Huns started to arrive. But also some of them would have a domino effect as tribes, yet again from Sweden, primarily around this area. Archaeologically, two major players in the migration periods come from around this area, and that would be the Goths and the Vandals. Archaeologically, they've been traced to right around here. And then they would come down and settle and play their own pivotal part in destroying the Western Roman Empire and forming their own kingdoms. In Sweden itself, this would eventually accumulate to Sigurd the Ring, which would be the first major unification that we can really recognize. And if he was actually real, according to the sagas, Ragnar Lothbrok is his eldest son. All of the main sagas have him coming from Upland, meaning he would have been a Swede. So it accumulates with that. This is around the time when Denmark starts to really form as a major political entity. First consolidating as the Kingdom of Jutland, which would eventually mature into the Kingdom of Denmark. And throughout the Viking era, the giant invasions that you would think of, like the Great Heathen Army, they mostly all came from Denmark. They were Danish Vikings. They did the most invasion, settlement, as the entire peninsula was just way too populated, and then the rest of their territory, basically the same thing. Already well-established lords, so it just led to pushing out either established peoples or non-established peoples who were trying to come in to Denmark, as it would calm down, solidify, and it was always a lot more connected to the outside world from Scandinavia than what you would see in Sweden and in Norway. Now, Norway, the reason why it's considered the youngest brother in this version, just how we're telling the story, is they're the longest to really form. Before the Viking era, we don't really know a lot of what was going on. It seems like they were just mostly hunter-gatherers in the woods. But when they did arrive on the scene, before they accumulated into the first, kingdom of Norway, they just attacked anybody. Heck, even after they formed their kingdom, Norwegians were perfectly content on raiding the next town over, let alone going out and attacking the Northumbrians like we're doing. A lot of them would have been smaller raiding parties, but they would have been a lot more active. Norway was a lot more of the heavy fighter during this era. So big invasions would have been the Danes. Anything out east is primarily the Swedes, especially beating up on the Finns. And then giant random attacks that would have been smaller would have been coming from Norway. And also a lot of the attacks from Denmark that would have stayed like big invasions, their armies would eventually be taken over by Norwegians in one form or another. Basically, some Norwegian guy with a big axe would just come in and be like, okay, I'm in charge now. And it looks like the Northumbrian army is coming up to challenge us. We'll just keep raiding along the coastline. Also, the first recorded, and the keyword is recorded as it was most likely already happening, at Lidden's farm was most likely Norwegian Vikings, because it was relatively small scale. And the way that they're described sort of matches up for Norwegians at the time. And here we go again. Our first battle against somebody outside of Scandinavia. And our first battle against the Anglo-Saxons. An impressive army that we only outnumber by a little bit. A nice little battlefield. Sort of take it from this angle. I think we'll do it like this.
We hunger for blood and battle.
Alrighty, let's move our forces. I say something like that.
Let's go!
We're going to become quite the thorn in the Anglo-Saxon side.
Stand your ground!
So as we wait for our armies to collide with one another, going back into the, difference between the Vikings. The Danish Vikings, when they entered an area, often changed it genetically. That's usually the biggest thing that we find when we look in areas that they were, like in the northern England is a really good example, as there's a large percentage of people from the north of the country that is, in one form or another, has blood from the Danes. But culturally, where Norwegians were, it tended to stick a lot more. Place names, etc. Like when you look at the Faroe Islands, for example, and a lot of the islands in and around the north and the western portion of Scotland, and then down in Dublin.
We'll have work. Ready for battle!
Alrighty.
Get moving!
Keep moving our army. Hopefully they won't get intercepted. When it comes to the Swedes, a lot of... Oh, there's their army right there.
The enemy approaches. We hunger for blood and battle. Run, curse you! Get running!
When it comes to the Swedes, a lot of actual Nordic paganism, basically the religion for the Norse, survived in Sweden, basically because Sweden was the last to really Christianize out of the three nations. First was Denmark, then Norway. And then finally Sweden. And it survived also longer in Sweden after Christianification. Let's take a look at their army. So we have some fiends. World champions. This is looks like they're content on sitting there for the moment, so we're going to create a shield wall. Move these guys up in the formation a little bit.
They will bleed for us. Get your shields up! Our horses love blood. Battle group disbanding.
Reorganize them. And of course it doesn't like that we did that.
Warriors eager for blood. Stay together. Warriors eager for blood. Rah! Stay together.
Move ourselves up like this.
We'll kill them all! Stay where I put ya! Forward! Get moving! We'll kill them all!
Stop moving in slow motion.
Warriors, move out! Move it! Battle ready and eager!
I'll keep our cavalry over here ready to respond. And the Anglo-Saxons respond with a shield wall of their own. The Anglo-Saxons were famous for their shield wall.
Steady, lad!
If they're content on sitting there,
Ready for battle! Stay as enemy units have returned to the battle!
course, I don't know why it doesn't
Fearless warriors! Ready for battle! Hold formation!
want to cooperate.
Forward!
Bring them up a little bit more.
Hold! Forward! Warriors eager for blood! Move it! Orders! Warriors, move out! Riders ready! Warriors, move out!
Classic, just classic AI issues. Take the opportunity to break the shield wall and hit these guys. Our hired swordsman should make very quick work of these guys.
Spearmen ready for battle! Rappers ready! We'll kill them all! Forward!
Dash our spears into them.
I'll flip them! Move it! Let's go! Fire on them! Ready! Kill!
Our champions commit into that fight.
We'll kill them all! Right, gosh you! Enemy units have been rallied!
Use the whip on them.
Battle ready! The enemy are losing their advantage! Battle ready! Ready for battle!
Have our
Need formation! Forward! They will bleed for us! Battle ready and eager! Scrappers ready!
Huskarls with their big axes go in and break them. stand much of a chance against our Huskarls. There we go.
The day is yours.
Committing more souls to the Bifrost. Where they shall be taken down to Helheim or the Corpse Hall in Valhalla. And with the army of Northumbria defeated, we can load up our long ships with as much gold as we want. All the gold that we can carry. Doesn't look like there's a lot in Scotland. We're not here to trade, we're here to raid. We'll try to avoid Strathclyde. It's a little more on par, and fighting them will lose us men that we need to carry gold. Ah, yes, bring us the boundless plunder. That's increased a lot of our plunder for the long ships. Wessex could be an interesting. Kingdom of Saxony will be gone soon. And we've got ourselves our first son. Let's see. Sigurd Keiferson. We shall give him a great warrior's education. Now that we have a son, we'll also see what Wards and Wardens has added for events. We'll save their capital. We almost have the maximum amount of gold, so hitting their capital, which has 24, after we do this, we'll be actually wasting raiding there. So we'll let it grow more. Come back and get it. And we got another son from one of our concubines. Ck3 Keiferson. So we found ourselves a doll, and it's one of the new events. flames and screams sound. The army plunders the goods. We shall give it to our firstborn. We shall also educate our first son. Our second son, I mean. And after this, we will have enough money to go back to Norway. And Francia has gobbled up Saxony. So it will be a little bit of a fight, but this is basically most likely the death nail for the Germanic religion. Does he have enough for... I don't know if he has enough to form the Kingdom of Francia or not yet. Well, the Empire of Francia. Charlemagne is becoming quite strong, actually. Fighting off any committed attack by the Franks would be virtually impossible. I see long ships coming from Scandinavia. So it looks like the Viking Age has really kicked off now. Some nice gold. It won't be long before we can make this church. Having an alliance with Upland might be actually a good idea. And we have become friends with our steward. Before these guys become too much stronger, we will take their county and upland. Won't be long before we start seeing attempts to settle. Still have the Irish convicts up there. Looks like they've created the temples for their faith. Which that's good for us, more for us to raid. So now they've built great temples here in Ireland and in Scotland. For Celtic Christianity, we can come and raid those for much more of a profit. We shall search for a wet nurse. Need somebody for our sons. As she will do. Now if any of our other oh, another one of our concubines is pregnant. See this realm break up relatively soon. He's old. The next time that we go raiding, we might hit all of the holy sites for insularism. Each one of those will give us a nice little pop of gold. Another one of our concubines. The one that was from before, pregnant again. And we have learnt the Burmese language. Now we stand 0 chance of romancing her. Well, at least we can talk to her now. There we go. We will grant him his new holding. And we will offer her up to the gods. We're doing nice for taking Upland. Just need one more of its counties to form the title. And that will be our second title. Ten more counties, along with one more duchy, which we'll have relatively soon. And we'll be able to form the Kingdom of Norway. And we've got another son. This one's an albino. We'll let him be named Dan. Dan Keiferson. We'll have him be educated by our court physician. That's a interestingly sized army. I think we're going to march down and meet it in battle. For we do not shy from a fight. How big is there? Nothing too outrageous. So the first Saxon rebellion against Charlemagne has come. And he's almost already victorious. Now we want to have the befriend scheme, and we're done over there. And we're gonna go over onto sovereign focus. Oh, we hit the battle without even realizing it, and we won without even realizing we were in a battle. I didn't even notice our troops go down much. Hey, that works for me. Let's see. We'll recruit these people just to have some more soldiers. That's an interesting character, actually. Really interesting stat spread. You have a decent knight right there. Our friend is still all the way down here. And another son. Also give him the education focus. Four sons, that's starting to become dangerous. Sigurd is the actual son of our wife. So when it comes to succession, he is considered to be higher. Priority amongst the others. And we'll go to conquer his territory and this guy's territory. And finish the conquest of Upland. And Upland is still looking like a decent ally. Charlemagne's putting down that revolt. And one of our concubines is pregnant again. Hopefully it's not another son. Let's see if we could befriend our wife. Oh, she doesn't even like us that much to become friends. We'll see. I got the nickname the Wolf. Interesting nickname. Soon this settlement will be captured and we will have pleased, Alfnir. And we laugh at the face of danger. These mountain settlements will take a little while. Still 43 years. Looks like the Saxon revolts are almost put down. King Alpha. Surprised Northumbria hasn't tried to eat more of the territory around. In Anglo-Saxon history, this is the Mercian supremacy. Mercia is only really rivaled by Northumbria during this time. That's one territory captured. Let's grant that to our steward. I will give him a good wife. Because he'll be our next landed person. All of our court has earned a position. And we'll let them beat that down. Coming home anytime soon, buddy? You must be having a swell time as part of the Vaangrian Guard. Now we just have another siege to break down. And another son. Succession crisis right from the start. This is fun. Another Stewart focused, and we're gonna have him study to become a steward. Looks like she's the best one to do so. The Five Brothers. Looks like Sigurd has 4 headaches to worry about. We're going to be expected to give them all different land. With Nordic tradition, they all need to have, especially Norwegian tradition at the time. Yeah, we'll figure out what to do with them. I mean, we do have a nice forest to just leave unwanted newborns. Hmm. Almost have this conquest done. This fight must be going back and forth quite a bit. It's been going on for a while. There we go. Let's see what we got from that. Any prisoners worthwhile? Somebody to sacrifice. To the gods! And that time has come again. Our son has lost a tooth. It's time for another hunt. We shall have a hunt here in Oslo. And we shall befriend our court physician. At least try to. And we can make the Jarldom of Upland. This time we will be hunting a wolf. Trying to tame a hawk will help us get a closer friendship, hopefully, with our court physician. I think we won him over. And my court physician will always have what he needs as we pander to him. And the Saxon rebellion has been crushed by Charlemagne. We will continue to press for that wolf. Oh, our hunt fails for finding the wolf. Well, not every hunt is successful. But now we will go and raid some more. Sigurd is curious. Looks like one of the temples has already been hit. But we'll go and get the others. Their shiny new temples will be great plunder for Alfnir. I say we hit this one first, and then we'll hit this one up here. And the long ships have left the ports. They will be bound with plunder. El Andalus looks pretty scary. I do want to steal the Pope's hat. I think we all inspired to steal the Pope's hat. Ah, finally! Our friend has returned. We shall have a feast in his name. Bring us the boundless plunder. We'll go across Northern Ireland, raiding and pillaging. Oh, we found another lovely doll. Another toy. This time to one of the other sons. We gotta entertain the spares occasionally. Oh, hit them. Dublin, go in the interior, come out this way, strike this temple, go back home, have a feast. Too bad she's wheezing, because she has a decent trait. We'll just ransom her back. We have become friends with our wife. Now back to our original character we were trying to befriend. We'll do a befriend screen. I can't talk now. A befriend. Gosh, speech impediments are fun. A nice scheme on him. We'll just go across Ireland. Raid to our content, as it doesn't look like there's really anybody in Ireland that can do much to us. Another gift to one of our sons. More territory to pick up. Looks like we've had another successful Viking adventure. Another ransom, more money. It looks like the territory of the O'Neill clan is very profitable. Strike that next. I do like the models for the hill forts that are added with City of Wonders. Oh, we are full of plunder. The O'Neills are lucky. We will take the plunder of the coastlines of Ireland. And we finally have our first daughter. I like Sig. It's an interesting name. She will be educated by our High Chieftainess. And the long ships are out in the water. So this is the first game that we've had Charlemagne do anything actually significant at all. Still hasn't formed the Empire title, but this is by far the most that he's ever done. Pay some more ransoms. Cleft foot, she won't be any use for us. You'll be offered up as a sacrifice. More plunder. Over 200 gold. Very nice. And now we shall have a grand festival for the gods. And this will be the grand rites for the Norse. And there's Panda. Thank you, Panda. Why, hello there. General Kenobi. So how was BioShock? Have you finally finished it? I still need to put the shout-out command in. Well, currently we are just having a giant human sacrifice to the Norse gods. You know, it's what we do on a Tuesday. Ooh, it did actually work. Cool. I didn't think it would work. I'll have to remember that. We are a zealot of the Norse pantheon, a devotee of Alfnir, and human sacrifice was regularly practiced by the Norse. We have a lot of people coming. We have 5 sons, 1 daughter, so we have a little bit of a succession issue. Just a small one. If I ever capture Holland in this, just for you, Panda, I will rename it Pandaland. Oh no, Sigurd lost an eye. And he's wounded. Another Saxon revolt. I want to steal the Pope's hat. But unfortunately we don't have enough power yet. I like how they're all standing there, and in the background there's just a guy tied to a tree. Oh no, we were going to totally wear the Pope's hat. Just be this Viking running around with the Pope's hat. I can see it now. A nice village in the background. They're like, oh look, the Pope has come. Why does he have battle axes? Why are they screaming chants to Odin? That's not the Pope. 40 more days for the event to actually start. Let's see who's actually all coming to the rites. A lot of people in our lands. Oh good, we could finally take title creation, minus 20%. Which will be pretty good whenever we go to form the Kingdom of Norway. Make it a little easier. All we need now is just grab the last 16 that's required, so just the coastline here should do. And the Germanic religion is dying, just as it did in the real world, after Charlemagne conquered the area. To the gods! Such cheerful music whenever we're, like, sacrificing people. I mean, we had a guy tied up to a tree in the background. Cheerful music. And we'll go ahead and launch ourselves a nice bit of conquest off of that for Alfnir. We'll take the holy site. Apparently I got a truce with them, so... March the armies! This one we will definitely give to our Chancellor. Our Steward got the first one. The Chancellor, he's been away for a long time. We will show him his loyalty and appreciation, especially from early on, being that he is by far the best person on our council. Definitely deserves to become a chieftain of his own. And when we become the king of Norway, he'll become a Jarl. Unfortunately, we have no choice but to become the king, because we have 5 sons. Meaning we have 4 headaches for Sigurd in the future. And too bad throwing them in the, throwing them in the ocean is not a, it's not a, option, unfortunately. Oh, we can actually give them, this is one of the new things, we can give them one of our traits. And I think ambitious is actually pretty good for him to have. For Sigurd, our actual son, our next player. That's my boy. Look at us. Ambitious is awesome because it just gives a +1 across the board. And for any characters that are expanding like how we are, it's really nice to have. When you're a vassal, not that much. You will definitely not get along with your king. Or duke, whoever it happens to be. Our wife's pregnant again. First it was our concubines, and now it's our wife. Hopefully she gives us another daughter and not another son. If we have another son, I blame you, Panda. Just 5 future headaches, it's all we need. If I could turn them into eunuchs, that would be a way to deal with them. So for our 4 sons who aren't going to inherit the primary title, we're going to have to give them land. Hopefully outside of Norway. So probably going to push and grab this area, turn it to Norse. Give at least some of this territory to 2 of our sons. That at least solves that bit. Almost have this area conquered. And we got another son. Of course, we're gonna name this one just Panda. I blame you. We shall start private gardens. And we got Seeker of Knowledge, even though I wanted the garden trait. And you will be educated by one of our concubines. There we go. We shall grant him that territory. I was gonna marry him off to his lover, but it's not letting me do it. He can give us some gold, so he can go. We'll offer him to the gods, so we're gonna sacrifice him. He's Irish, so we're gonna sacrifice him. And we have finally become friends with our new chieftain. Yeah, I was thinking like almost everybody likes Irish people. So why not the gods? Now we'll slip over here and grab this area. Huh. His brothers died. Interesting. I was hoping this realm would break apart. We'll see what happens. Charlemagne's still oppressing people. Oh, we dreamed about a castle. Oh, look at this, we had another son. Why not? He shall be named Bjorn. Bjorn, pain in the ass. We shall also make him a warrior. I'm literally gonna have to start leaving children in the middle of the woods. It's looking like we're gonna have to go down the whole body just to get the one of these, I believe, is the somewhere around here is the trait that gives us celibate. Yeah, it's right here. So we'll stop having sons. Oh no, somebody's trying to kill my champion. Why don't you kill one of the, unwanted spares? And our dynasty doesn't really have enough to start, disinheriting them. We have 8 children, and only one of them is a daughter. The rest are sons. Somebody else is starting to... Oh no, this is our friend Omar. He's trying to kill our champion. Crazy. And he was gonna get land too. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. After this, we'll just need 6 more counties. I'm definitely surprised that the Lombards haven't been just overwhelmed. Charlemagne has a claim on Bavaria and the Kingdom of the Lombards. Let's take a look at a different activity. A local artisan. Let's have him forge ourselves a crown. Actually, some armor. I want some nice laminar. That'll give us some better stats. Oh, these hill forts. They take forever. Almost there. I look around, it's like, oh, look at how, little children some of these people have. And then I'm stuck here with a bunch of headaches. There we go. I'm just gonna go hit them. And we'll give the newly conquered county to our Chancellor. Give our armor some better quality. At least we tried and it did look like it succeeded. And then we can turn around and conquer this area. Bingo. And we'll hit them real quick. We shall be the king of Norway. Yes, dinosaur dances. Looks like we can visit Upland for a university visit. We have no need of doing that since we're already at the maximum education. I swear, don't you dare raid me. You raid me and I'm gonna turn around and, like, blast you out of existence. Here comes that little pathetic band of warriors. Ragnar is turning out to be a very decent character. He already had legendary stats. I fully suspect that Ragnar Lothbrok, whenever he takes over Upland, will become a quick rival to us. The young Viking versus the old. And our son Sigurd isn't looking too bad. A 6 in the learning. It's not too bad for his age. That's the thing with long plays, it takes forever for sieges. The name Vikin is getting big. So yeah, Panda, we had the fun thing that randomly a Burmese woman ended up just coming to my court, and I'm like, you know what, we're just going to willingly make her our wife. She was not forced into it in any form or way. It was completely by her own choice. Oh yeah, that is completely how it happened. It's an awesome sword. Like, she was fleeing something over here in Lynn. just to get married to a Viking. There we go. Another victory. Now we have all that territory. We can form a new kingdom, or we can raise a runestone. How we vanquish the last person. Anywhere will do. What type of a nickname is that? Foul fought. Clearly, it is the best nickname. Oh, good. Increase the artifacts. Make it better. And we're gonna launch a quick double war real quick. The only way to take out a foul fodder. Let's take a look at the characters that we've captured so far. We'll offer him up to the gods. We might recruit him. Now we're gonna offer him off to the gods. And him. Gonna become scary. Very scary. And you know what? For good measure, you're being sacrificed too. Not you, Panda. We wouldn't sacrifice Panda to the gods. Unless Panda wants to be sacrificed to the gods. They might have bamboo. And we've got another son. Just gonna put him in diplomacy and put my head in the ground and cry. And we got some nice laminar armor. Okay, we're gonna sacrifice Panda. And we're just going to sacrifice. So you're gonna have to tell us if If there is bamboo. And we'll now wear that armor. Cool, we're being raided by somebody who wants to die. We sacrificed you, Panda, so you're gonna have to let us know if there's any bamboo. There's now a bamboo tree growing in Helheim. Not Helheim, that's the fire giants. It's Mistelheim, the land of the dead. We shall send him a gift to get his son back. This next bit of the land will go to our marshal. Oh, welcome back, Panda. So we sacrificed you, so you gotta let us know if Mistelheim has any bamboo. Poor Panda, let him eat bamboo. Oh good, it does. So nobody feels sad for Panda. He's eating bamboo. I was gonna say if this is another son I'm gonna freak out, but it's a daughter. We shall name her Hela. And that random guy will educate our child. We'll send him a gift as a sorry we sacrificed your little brother. We are now a kinslayer. I like that the gods are clearly punishing us because we sacrifice one and it immediately gives us two other sons. We shall definitely rid the world of foul farts. There we go. Now almost everybody is a... Oh, that was a quick victory. Or apparently it was not. Gave us the sound effect. That was interesting. Oh. I got a way that we could deal with some of our sons, and it will also give us something. We're going to grab this territory over here. And historically, this is most likely where it was. It was either there or somewhere within here. But we will forge the Yarn the Vikings. Interesting. We had a Viking adventure for this island happen at one point because he has special troops. Definitely don't need more more fertility. We already have enough sons, since this game is cursed to constantly give me sons right now. I wonder for fun, since we're learning Burmese because she's basically introduced it to us. Our sons learned Burmese on top of Norse. We could make Burmese the the realm language when we become king. Just have a random Nordic country with Burmese. Too bad Queen's not here for me to, you know, get in trouble for being mean to Panda. It's like a sacrificed panda. Though he gets to have all of the, juicy, bamboo. And we got a lot of people to offer up to the gods. Ransom them away. So we're almost here. All we need is these 3 counties and we will be the kings of Norway. And we're just going to sacrifice... Actually, let's see. You can be recruited, you're a decent martial character, so a good knight. You're a good knight. For right now. Hey, you're a... This guy is a overweight giant. We are definitely definitely recruiting him. And this guy could be sacrificed. Now we shall launch our final war. And At least our final rapid succession war. And I don't care if we break a treaty on this. It'd be cool if they all gathered together and had like a big fight, but no, they're not going to. More souls for the corpse hall. Valhalla awaits them. People are trying to seduce us. We have too many headaches of our own. Our wife is pregnant again. I swear this better be another daughter. Oh, this last one might be a decent fight. Decent enough for Crusader Wars. This will be one of the few times where we're actually going to speed up time. Because there really isn't anything going on outside of just waiting for these sieges. Oh good, we actually had a daughter. Another diplomacy focus. There's that one. Excellent. Venom Fang has grown in fame and is now Venom Fang of Valor. That is a contradictory name if there's ever been one. Let's put our Spy Master as the chieftain here. And Sigurd, our next character, our primary son, has become Zealot as well. So he won't be converting from the Norse pantheon. And we got another daughter. We shall make him shy. We'll talk about it. And another fine victory. Now let's see what else we need to form Norway. We can go ahead and create the title. Huzzah! We are now the King of Noragar. Keifer the Wolf. And we shall make another banner. This one being a black and white. I'm gonna go down to animals. Twin ravens. You will be the black one and you will be the white one. Move it over here. Just for right now. We'll play with the exact dimensions as soon as we get both of them on there. Thinking 50 ought to do. Go with a 45-38 on size. $45. That looks about even. And let's add a rune. I like the gold band with something that stands out with the black runes. Kind of have it in the background. Now let's bring it to something smaller. Kind of make it look like it's joining both of them. There we go. That looks nice. We'll lower it a bit. Yeah, we'll just... We'll just leave it at the twin ravens. And here's our mead hall. Thought we had... Alrighty, we'll be seeing you later, Panda. And later on we will have some more let's give away these titles. Upland. We'll go to them. Prindle to him. he will get. And we'll have to get more money and give him his title. But that is where we will call it. We have become... Well, that's interesting. He has the territory all the way up there. Let's... Not that, but change that to black. Or more of a darker maroon. That works. There we go. I like that color a little better. So we've become the first king of Norway. Had a lot of conquering, a lot of raiding. We sacrificed people. We sacrificed Panda. See Upland turning around doing the same. Thinking another group of Huskarls. Would be good. Have them down there. But we've accomplished quite a bit, and we've streamed for almost 4 hours, so we will be seeing you all later, you alligators. Bye-bye now. I'll quickly save. Alrighty, we'll be seeing you all later. Alligators. Bye-bye.